EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The first throw, here's Winston. A pass complete to Adunze.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Winston.
Out to the flat here for Johnson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Bears at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Jameis to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Troy Anderson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
5 receivers in the formation. That means immediate pressure on the secondary, and oftentimes you take a step or 2 back just to be able to cover the deep ball. In this case, 4 of the 5 headed straight downfield on vertical routes, and then they snuff one of the outside receivers across the formation, able to rein it in and get good yardage after the catch as well.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Winston now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal, Winston. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle.
There he goes right side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And this is what we talk, game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against his defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this number 1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point. This 2nd and 4. A give, it's ETN off the option.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. They go play action with Lawrence. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's taken in by Duvernay. Down inside the 10.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yards.
And Winston lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. On play action, Lawrence. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here's Lawrence.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Play action. It's Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Quez Watkins.
32 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston. In trouble, and he's taken down. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Winston. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
4th down, Winston.
And he is going to have the Bears first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Throwing, Winston.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. From the red zone now, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Play action now, Winston.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
64 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in London. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now Lawrence. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. First down, Winston. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now Winston. Dumping it off for Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Winston. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And he will take this one.